Hi there. This video outlines the difference between the self and non-self response of white blood cells. So the white blood cell I've shown here would be some type of macrophage, could be a dendritic cell, some other type, and on it are receptors. Those receptors on there will bind to anything that it comes in contact with that's large enough for it to bind to. So for example, if it comes in contact with another self cell, it should recognize that. I'm making the receptors extremely large here, as being something that should be there on the cell. So what will happen there is it will, in the right circumstances, is there'll be a release of the cell, no reaction. So it'll let it go. And there it is with the receptors there. So it'll leave it alone. In the case of coming in contact with a non-self, so this could be a microbe, for example, that's also going to have cell surface markers as well. And so it's going to treat it as what we call an antigen. So it'll bind to, I'm drawing the whole receptor here, but usually it binds to different areas on it. And it's now going to have a reaction. In this case, it would be ingesting and then digesting that microbe. So here's my white blood cell again, and I'm not going to draw all the phagocytosis steps here. That'll be a different video. It'll take that microbe up, and I'm not to scale here, so bear with me. So it'll take it up in a sac, and there's different, names for various stages of that. There's our microbe. And then it would digest and release the components of it, the debris of it, if you will. So it's no longer a living microbe that can make copies of itself. Now, so this kind of patrol is happening all the time, kind of this touch and release with the self cells, and then touch and react if it's something foreign. So we know in autoimmune diseases, something kind of goes awry, and there's other components beyond just the macrophage in autoimmune diseases, and we still don't know a lot of the underlying causes of that, a lot of ideas and research out there, but in an autoimmune disease, there would be some sort of attack on these self cells, and so we know we can link these to very specific diseases where the pancreas is destroyed, or tissues in the joints can be destroyed. So it's very important that this is functioning properly, and it may be with autoimmune diseases that these cells, the surface markers, aren't quite in the right shape and aren't forming right, or there's something called clonal selection that goes on early in life with the B cells and T cells, and those as well you need to remove ones that would react with the self cell. So we're still learning a lot about that there, but I wanted to mention that because that's certainly an area of interest from a lot of people. But the non-self reaction over here is what you're aiming for. Okay, so that's just a quick overview of the self versus non-self reactions. There's great videos out there, so I encourage you to look at those. Again, this is Corey Andres at CNM using CNM Glass. I thank you very much.